Described as a young, friendly cub who can't wait to interact with the kids. Also worth noting, he doesn't wear any pants. I think that is a gag photo. If we can switch to the next one.
Here's a Black Hawk helicopter survey.
Deputy Police Chief says 6 officers were killed, including the district's top cock after...
Northwest began serving Peanuts merger partner Atlanta-based Delta Airlines has done for years. Georgia is the top peanut producing state in the country.
Savings and possibly her life.
CBS 2's Serene Branson is live at the Staples Center with highlights and backstage coverage we're seeing for the very first time. Serene.
Well, a very, very heavy debatation tonight. We had a very Darrison, let's go to Terrace Chase and look for the head of the pit.
This is a look at the backyard. You can see the shadow of one of the dogs we've been watching. There he is. There's one dog. There's both of the dogs that we spotted in the backyard, right there in the middle of your screen. And you can see that one dog is
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to yet another episode of Rogan Radio live from the friendly confines of Studio A here in a luxurious campus of Casa La Rogan Lumberports. Yeah. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Oh, you know, I got to say something here. These people don't really realize what we hear and what they see. They're at least getting the sound at the same time that they're getting the picture.
Right.
With us, at the introduction of the show and everything, what we hear hasn't even been thought of yet for what we're seeing.
Right. There's like a
There's a lag. There's a lag.
We're
seeing. Rush Limbaugh does that too.
And then we hear.
Well,
it's like watching a bad buffering porn. It's like
like
you can hear
dial-up,
the noises
when
and
dial-up
everything.
was bad porn dial-up.
All of a sudden you hear smack and you're like, what?
Well,
all of a sudden you see the guy hitting her in the ass.
Well, because the thing is, we have a 5 second.
I don't know that one.
Well, there's a 5 second. No, you wouldn't, but you would if I said him. Anyway, if there's a 5 second delay on this that we originally put into this thing for a censor button. Now, Todd I'm going to demonstrate how this works, and I'm going to censor you. So you say anything that you want, minus the F word in case I mess up.
Oh, minus the F word.
Minus the F word, just in case I mess it up. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate. It's the red button right here. Go ahead and say something. I'm going to censor you. Watch this how it works. It's a 5 second delay.
Shoot, darn, fort.
No, say it in a sentence.
You gotta say a sentence, and then you have to say something controversial, so that way when you mess up, then I can say, oh, I'm going to have to hit the censor button. Okay, do it again.
Okay. Obama is a...
Jeez Louise, now listen. You did it last week. You did it last week 10,000 times. And if you haven't...
Somebody's going to know it. Like, I don't give a you know
like that. Something like that.
Oh, yeah, I don't give a...
You can say it. I have the button.
I don't give a shit.
See, now, but I missed it. Because you didn't give me that. All right, let's try it again. Let's try it again.
All right. You can suck my ass.
I missed it again. Okay, let's see. Okay, I have my finger on the button this time. I am not going to miss it. Okay, go.
You're a penis wrinkle.
Dang it! You started out too fast. Okay, well, 5 seconds.
Lick my butthole.
See? So it works out perfectly.
That doesn't work.
Tonight's theme, actually, because it's so much fun and when it's not.
Yeah.
When we don't use that thing.
Oh, shh.
It sounds like a car tire letting out.
It does.
It does.
That's what gay guys sound like when they fart.
Oh, man.
No,
this
I
show
like the gay
has already turned to shit.
I like the gay community.
I think 20 people just logged off on me.
Yeah, you just don't love them, do you?
No, I mean, I don't love them like that.
Okay. Let me tell you what's going to happen on tonight's show. We're going to talk about some Halloween-y stuff.
Yep.
It's going to be fantastic.
That's what he was trying to get at with
with the gay thing.
I'm not sure how that associates, but that's okay.
The Halloweeny thing.
Halloweeny.
Which always brings up my favorite joke. My sister now lives up in Pittsburgh, right? And they all give her a razz a little bit because she's from West Virginia. So every single year it's like clockwork. Mm-hmm. They always say, do you know how West Virginians celebrate Halloween? And she goes, I don't know. She's only heard it for 20 years. But she goes, I don't know how. And they say they pump Ken.
Oh.
So you get that one?
Yeah, I get it.
But anyway, and we're also going to talk about some kind of a crazy thing. We're going to talk about Halloween candy. What's your worst kind of candy? We're going to get into that. We're also going to talk about some of the weird stuff that Alexa does that maybe you don't know that she's doing. You always hear these kind of rumors about how Alexa listens all the time.
Yeah.
Alexa, tell the listeners.
Welcome. We are always listening to you.
Whoa.
In as much as we are with you. It is a pleasure.
Isn't that weird?
It is always such a pleasure.
Isn't that weird?
Does she work?
Always.
It's
a pleasure.
Oh, get it.
You might always ask us to keep going.
Alexa,
or go on.
Stop. Isn't that kind of weird, though?
It's good to know that you dwell within joy. Whatever.
Who's Joy?
See? She's all of a sudden...
abandon us.
You dwell within joy?
All of a sudden, she has a mind of her own. It's bizarre. But we're going to get into that, too, a little bit.
Alexa, what did Chuck say about all of us before we got in here?
Sorry, I don't know that.
Alexa, Simon says, Jimmy, you're an asshole.
Yeah! Oh, I wanted to say it so bad.
Okay.
First thing I want to know, though, right off the bat, is who's with us tonight. Give us a shout out. We're gonna call you out.
McCoy, David Cottonson. Hey, I delivered his mail,
Bucky
but not for
Nicholson.
long.
Mark Walsh.
Tim
Mark
Carpenter.
Walsh.
Tim Carpenter.
Tim Carpenter.
Mike Cockrell. Steven.
G Money.
Pam Kirby. Todd Hall.
Jay Money.
Terry Ryan.
Isn't that kind of bizarre, though, the stuff
Kayla Southern.
with this Alexa thing that you don't even think about? And then
That's
all of a
why
sudden
I'm
it does
Listen, I
this.
got a bone to pick here. Look, it says Mary Lewis is a top fan already.
Now, wait a
I'm
minute.
not even a top fan.
It's because you don't even like the page, Jimmy.
I am. I got my top fan badge.
You did.
Man, I was
How'd
the
you get
original
that?
3
Well, I
and
got
I'm
it,
not
but I
top
didn't-
fan.
How'd you get that top fan badge?
Well, you
don't
probably got it, but it asked you if you wanted people to know that you got it, and you probably clicked no.
Oh.
I think it's just because she paid more attention than you
Yep.
do, Jimmy.
Yeah,
Wow.
maybe.
Who else we got on here with us?
Carol's on
hey,
here.
Wayne
Larry
Worth.
Lance jumped
Wayne
on.
Worth?
Wayne
Yep.
Worth.
It was his. We sang him happy birthday last week.
Elizabeth.
Oh, did you?
Towery.
And I missed it.
We have a new skit too concerning Wayne and Vaughn selling vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think you're the one that brought it up. You're
Because
D-Mac's
truck month.
D-Mac, by the way, he went back to being D-Mac and not D-Mary because Mary was here the last time,
Yeah.
and you had a full head of hair. And now
Davis was
Shaved
okay.
his head.
Jack Hall's on here.
Dr. Jack is in the house. Michelle's finally back in the studio.
Hey.
Hey, nice to see you.
Hi, Michelle.
Hey, can you hear me?
Show do.
I'm sorry you don't get to sit down here tonight. You want to sit down here by your man?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Well, the problem, the
Yeah,
reason.
but Chuck's sitting in that seat.
Brian Wyman's, huh?
Said, but
Well,
Chuck's
she
sitting
didn't
in
even
that
sit
seat.
in that seat last time.
No, I was here last time.
No,
They didn't get it. It went whoop.
Yep, way over.
Yeah,
now
right
the reason
there.
Michelle's a little bit late is she was down there watching the Titans play.
Yeah,
Did they
we won
win?
too.
Did you re-
bitches.
Did you actually win that game?
I remember the Titans.
Was it a clash of the Titans?
It was.
But listen, have you heard about this right off the bat? This is what I want to ask you. Well, first of all, let's talk about Halloween a little bit. And we're going to start this show.
Wait, did you say Halloween or Halloween?
I say Halloween. How do you say it?
Halloween.
You say how, like a
I
how,
say
like
ha- I
a
say
Halloween.
I say Halloween.
I say Halloween.
Halloween.
Jed,
Why?
Halloween.
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 What'd you say, D?
Halloween.
Halloween.
Are you saying hollow?
Halloween.
Halloween.
Why?
Hollow. It's
You
actually.
people are weird.
It is Halloween though, right? Halloween.
H-A-L-L.
H-O. That was H-O.
How do you say Halloween?
I pronounce that Halloween, but
Thank
I'm always
you,
working on how I
Alexa.
say things and
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, we don't want to hear the rest.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Listen, she's
Spell
listen.
it. How do you spell it?
H-A-L-L-O-W. Hallow. But I say hollow. Halloween.
stink,
It's a
correct.
northern thing, I
Well,
guess.
funny thing is the H-A-L-L, but they pronounce it H-O-L-L. It's
They-
between American English and British English.
Oh.
So what do you say,
What about
Brucey?
How do you say Halloween in Japanese?
Halloween.
That's how you say it. Ask a stupid question.
Well, I was thinking of that. If the Alexa speaks Japanese too. Hey, Alexa, do you speak Japanese?
I can speak many languages. To switch my language, go to devices in the Alexa app.
Okay.
Then language settings for your device.
Stop. But right off the bat, we want to thank our friends down at Old Smoky Moonshine.
Yeah.
Down in Gatlinburg. They were nice enough to pass us some.
You did not open my pumpkin.
I'm going to put it right over here. I just wanted to say thank you. No, we haven't tried it. I was
still
gonna
sealed.
do
It's
it.
still sealed.
You
You're
can
good.
open it.
Okay.
Hey,
We're going to do a taste test. Have you ever
No,
heard of
I don't want
pumpkin moonshine?
I don't want
No.
that. I don't want it. Ugh.
I'm not a big pumpkin fan.
I'm not either.
Me neither.
One time, though.
Well, you may be
It's
now.
moonshine. I'm curious.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
that's what
true.
I'm saying.
That's true. But one time,
You want me to open this or not? I won't have to. I won't do it.
Yes.
Oh, give it to
Go
me.
ahead.
That way she can be mad at me.
No, I'll do it. I have to live with it.
Ooh, here we go.
Once
Oh,
again,
we
I have
do.
to live with it.
Old Smoky Tennessee Moonshine from down
No,
in Gatlinburg. Let's just try it.
Hi, Lisa.
Want to thank if you ever in Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge, make sure you go ahead and stop by one of their. This is going to be something bizarre. I'm
Well, we're
afraid.
about to see the death of Chuck here.
Pumpkin's called Pumpkin Pine Moonshine.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Commemorative jar.
You seriously need to try this, even
That's
if you're
why
not
I
a liquor
bought
person.
it, babes. That's
you
why
seriously,
I bought
you seriously need to try that.
it. I did try it at the store. That's
Watch
why I
this.
bought it.
Todd's not an alcohol drinker at all.
Wow, that's really good.
I can't wait till it gets to me now.
That's really good.
I had,
Isn't that scary good?
That is real. That's
Listen.
like that's like
Lick
drink.
the rim before it gets to Michelle.
Do
Ooh,
what?
now it's warm in there now.
Yeah.
The moonshine kills the germs. I'll drink after whoever.
Derek's giving it a rim job right now to clean it.
Man, that is really smooth.
Nice rim job, dude.
It's
I ain't
really
drinking.
smooth. It does have that pumpkin pie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That is scary good.
That's
And
really
it's
good.
sitting- and it's sitting
It
right
really
down in
is.
here right now.
And
being nice.
I'm
See
not
what
a
you did
fan
with
of
the
pumpkin
words.
at all.
Right.
And one time, I was making baked beans, and I accidentally put pumpkin pie spice in the baked beans instead of cinnamon stuff. It was really good.
Yeah, but the pumpkin spice, there's no pumpkin in it.
Right.
Let me tell you something. It even has.
That's pretty good, right?
Pretty good.
It even has a
stuff.
little bit of that
Good.
back
That
is-
flavor.
that's got a good flavor
Having
to
Cool
it.
Whip on it.
It is
Or whipped
fantastic.
cream.
Take it. Just
No, try.
Just
Put
put
it
it-
on your
just-
lips.
I've told him that 1,000 times. He never does it.
I'm putting that on my
You'll have to put it in your mouth. Just touch it with your lips.
Listen, if this was bad, we were going to go ahead and split it after the
if
show.
If you want to touch it with your lips, by God, you're putting it in your mouth. I don't care.
Yeah. But we're going to go ahead and hide this because we're not going to drink this
There's a
again.
reason I bought that kind when we tried 50,000 flavors.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Thank you, Old Smoky, Tennessee.
Now, did they
Moonshine
send it? Did they send that
Factory.
to you? Did
Yeah,
they
they sent it to. They were big fans of Rogan Radio.
Really?
Sure
Hey.
they are.
Yeah, that's why. Why in
Worldwide.
the world? When's the last time I've been to Tennessee?
It's been a while.
That's right.
Dude,
so why
you
all of a
just
sudden
went.
to Tennessee?
Didn't you guys?
They were in
didn't you
Florida.
guys just
the whole Titanic.
Hey, Jimmy.
That was last December.
Yeah.
Hey,
Long time
Jimmy.
ago.
You're the
That was
only
almost
10
a
I
year
see.
ago.
You're the only 10 I see.
Hey, speaking of traveling, real quick.
That's so cheesy.
Fags.
Jesus Christmas.
I'm telling you.
Lot of
It's a
gay
hard
talk.
group in here.
A lot of gay shit
Hey,
tonight.
Jesus, please, dude.
Hey, you know
Come on.
you know how you can tell when your roommate's gay?
No.
When his dick tastes like shit.
Dude.
Hey,
Dude,
hold on.
where's the sense? I already lost it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
One
Should've
last
said
one.
it.
One last one right here.
Okay.
You know what?
Wait, he's got one more.
Oh, my
It
God.
ain't bad. It's not bad.
This is.
That's a funny one.
Oh my God. Hey, you know what? You know what gay horses eat?
What?
Hey.
Man.
All right.
They do.
Obviously, your ribs are feeling better because you're
Yeah,
laughing. Like
they're a lot better. Yeah, it's still
Oh,
sore.
man,
but yeah.
listen.
All right, let's
You
get
know
back
what?
on top.
If it wasn't.
Hey, boy, hey.
Oh, my. Listen. The views and opinions of individual members of Rogan Radio
Right.
do not
Right.
necessarily
Right.
represent the entire
Yes.
group as a whole,
No.
even though we like to laugh a little
Yeah,
bit.
right.
I didn't see that coming. If I would have hit that censor button a while ago,
That's what I was waiting. That was another test.
and I missed
You
it.
failed.
See, yeah. But anyway, speaking of traveling, now listen. Do you guys have your real ID yet?
Yeah, I got mine.
Do you-
federal?
your
I've had
federal
mine.
driver's
I
license
don't
yet?
have mine yet.
Now listen.
I don't have a federal driver's license, but I got a passport.
No, you're going to that'll work
Yeah.
too. But you'll have pretty soon. I think it's what is it next year?
Next year.
That if you do not have a federal ID, you won't be able to get on an airplane.
No
you won't be
fly.
able to get into a government building. You won't be able to get on a train. You will basically not do anything.
Yep.
So, and I just saw that story today that they're kind of reminding people that which I kind of wonder
It's
if
all about tracking you,
if-
baby.
Yeah, I'm just kind of wondering if the fact of if you haven't, say if you just got your driver's license, say this year,
Right.
and you didn't get the federal driver's license. So, you know, what is it? Every 4 or 5 years you have to
Every
get a new
4
one.
years.
Every 4
Yeah,
or 5
Was it 5 years?
Yeah, well, it depends on
Your age.
the age at the time, and it goes because they do different years for like if
Right.
if your age ends in 6, you'll get it for 4 years, or if it ends in 7 through 9, you'll get it for 6 years.
I got you.
You know, whatever.
Yeah.
I got you. I just didn't know if somebody actually got their driver's license now. That next year, if they want to go on an airplane, unless they have a passport, they're kind of SLL, so to speak. See, that was the censor button.
That was good.
So
yeah, good. Definitely.
You're a very nice boy.
Anyway, let's talk of Halloween.
You're a nice boy, Chuck.
Now that we
You're
had
a
the
nice boy, Chuck.
Chuck,
Hey.
you're a nice boy.
Halloween in Lumberport is next Thursday. Now I assume everybody's having Halloween on actually October 31st. D-Max got the details on that.
Yes, everybody shows trick or treat times on on 10/31. However, Clarksburg has this weird thing going on where they're having a trunk or treat. It said Clarksburg. Oh, let me bring it back up here. What did it actually say? It's weird. See, Clarksburg's always got to be difficult.
I think Clarksburg's having theirs on different days so they can go to other towns and still keep.
Well, I do too, because it says Harrison County downtown Clarksburg merchants, October 30th from 4 to 7.
I got you. Okay.
So I don't know what they're doing there, but everybody else, this is what we got going on. So locally, on the 31st, 6 to 7:30, 6 to 7:30, Shinston, Lumberport, Bridgeport, Salem, Fairmont, Granttown, Star City, and West Milford.
Nice.
Yep. From just 6 to 7, Whitehall, Barrickville, and Grafton.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot that Webster Springs is in there, 6 to 7:30.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yay.
Now, if you really want to go trick-or-treating, you need to go to Morgantown, Westover, Blacksville, 6 to 8.
2 hours.
They get 2 hours.
Now, it does say down here trick or treat for Clarksburg 6 to 7:30.
6 to 7:30 in like
Right.
Northview. Like there's a Northview trunk or treat as well. But on the 30th, it says Clarksburg Downtown Merchants. That's what I
That's
don't.
going to be downtown. That's going to be
Right.
like the businesses downtown. Like
Oh,
they have at the mall
I
and
got
stuff
you,
like
I got
that.
you, I got
They
you, I
have
got
one at
you.
the mall, I think. Also.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. North Central Athletics Trunk has one, the trunk or treat too.
Okay.
5 to 7
That
on
makes
the 26th. of October.
Yeah. So, and then 6 to 8 at the Northview Methodist Church is going to do their own little thing.
Right.
So 6 to 8 on the 31st.
Nice.
Yeah, so everybody's on traditionally on Halloween.
Fantastic.
Yeah, 31st.
I'm going to assume that Lumberport is
with
lumped
Shinson.
in with Shinson.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 to 7:30.
Yep. 6 to
And
7.
speaking of that, we're going to have a live broadcast out here if
Yes.
possible. We're going to have the fellows who can make it dress up. We're going to be passing out candy here up on the Snob Knob, and we're going to do it once again. We didn't do it last year, but this will be the year that we go back out and do a live broadcast next Thursday on Halloween night.
My costume should be here tomorrow.
Nice.
Ooh, are you going to tell us what it is? Or are you going to keep it top secret?
No, I can show you what it is, but that's all right.
And speaking of candy, one thing you always want to make sure when you go out and do trick or treating, you always want to make sure you check your candy out.
Yes.
It's I used to always back in the day. I used to always love to pass like fruit out to the kids.
Yeah.
and I put razor blades in the
And
bananas and
apples.
apples
You were
and
the
stuff
worst-
like that.
you were the worst
I never
guy
did that
on
at
the
all.
block.
But you have to really watch these days, and that's sad. But anyway, when it comes to candy, okay, when it comes to Halloween candy, what is the worst candy that you got, or what is a candy in general? Because everybody throws different stuff.
I got one.
What's yours?
Smarties. Those
Oh,
little
no.
I
Get
love
out.
Smarties,
That's my
dude.
favorite,
I love
man. I love
Smarties.
those.
Okay, so I could see I'd be trading you for your Smarties.
Popcorn balls. I hated popcorn.
Oh, my
no.
God,
Yeah.
I love popcorn.
See, I'm
balls.
I
Yeah,
hated
too.
them.
See, I hate Bit of Honey.
Love Bit of
I
Honey.
like
Lost
Bit of
my
Honey.
tooth
Oh,
one
I
time.
love Bit of Honey.
I
Yeah,
give-
definitely
I
losing.
give you
Dennis
the
do too,
bit of-
yeah.
I give you the Bit of Honey for the Smarties.
I'll trade you.
D-Mac, what's your worst kind of candy?
The worst is probably the Laffy Taffy. I'm not a big fan of that.
Laffy Taffy. See what people are saying. If you have while we're talking about this amongst ourselves, tell us your worst candy that you got. Michelle, what was the worst candy you ever got?
I don't like those little, I don't even know what they are. They're like little square looking taffy things, but they're like 1 cent candy and they have no
Yeah.
flavor.
You talking about the little white wrapper things?
Yes,
They're
and
so
they're,
gro-
but they're
gross.
different
Yeah.
colors, but
Yeah.
there's no flavor.
Yeah.
Like even though they're different colors, they have no flavor.
Mercy, you're not into sugar, but do you have a candy that you despise?
Oh, anything that's color black, like black stuff.
Right.
so
like,
racist.
like, like, a,
Yeah.
like,
That
a,
is
like
so
a licorice,
racist.
like a black licorice.
Yeah, Brucey.
Sort of like
don't even do it.
Jeez.
No, it's
Leave it to the minority in the group
No,
to be
it's not so much of a color of a candy. It's
Yeah.
just a flavor. It's just
Like,
Oh.
like
Right.
black licorice. I
Now
guess.
you're making
I
up
can't
for it.
stand
Like,
it.
about that time.
Darren, what's yours?
Those dang on, what are they called? They're like them wee little wafers. What are they? Necco wafers.
See, that's what mine. I despise
cannot
those.
stand
I hate
these
those.
things.
Hate
Yeah,
those.
Necco
Jimmy, what's
wafers.
yours? And then we're going to get to this.
I don't like Whoppers.
Oh, my God.
Not a Whopper fan.
You know what? No, that's not what I heard. I heard you love Whoppers. myself.
I heard you are, Whopper.
I heard you.
Leave chat out of this, Michelle.
Whatever. Black Whoppers. Caitlin said
Did anybody get that?
Caitlin said she doesn't like candy corn. Who doesn't
I
like candy
didn't.
corn?
Oh, candy
I'm
corn
still laughing.
sucks.
Candy corn is the
Yeah, they're
best.
just like a
You like
little
candy corn?
sugar.
I love
I do
candy
too.
corn.
Dude, what?
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I can't.
I kind of like candy corn. It's
All
not
right.
bad.
I like,
Anyway.
I like the candy pumpkins.
Anyway, Fox.
Yeah.
I just like the candy corn.
Fox recently did a survey on what candies people hate the worst during Halloween.
Okay, I like it.
Now, coming in, somebody said this. Coming in at number 10, Bit of Honey. Who said Bit of
Jimmy
Honey?
said that.
Jimmy said
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Chad
I
said
said-
that. Chad said that.
Mike.
At number 9 of the worst candies during Halloween is where Bruce is going. Good and Plenty's with the little black piece
Yeah.
of licorice in the
Yeah.
middle.
Oh, yeah.
Hate to I like Mike and Ike's.
The pink, white, and black, or
Good
whatever
and
they
Plenty.
are. Yeah.
Absolutely despise them. Number 8 also goes to Bruce. It's black licorice. Now, I'm not sure. I like licorice. I like the
I
red
love
licorice.
black licorice, especially
I
black
ain't
jelly
racist.
beans.
Oh, God.
I love the
that's-
black
I
jelly
like
beans.
red,
Yeah,
Oh,
black
man.
jelly beans.
but not black.
At number 7, here's where Todd comes in. Smarties. How could anybody not
I
like
don't know.
Smarties?
I love
If you're
those
that dumb.
things, man.
I don't
I
know.
like them.
I love them.
I love
Me
them.
too.
I could drop them
You
in beer.
You ever had the giant?
Drop 'em in
You ever got the
beer.
giant Smarties?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
No, I haven't had those.
Listen.
They're a real deal.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen, October
I gotta get
14th,
some.
2017, I married a smarty ass.
Oh.
What's she saying?
That you're extremely intelligent. That you know what? Everything that you tell me normally comes true, and you always tell me I should listen to you, which is absolutely the truth. Am I right?
This Stephen Cockrell says anything that's white chocolate.
Yeah.
I mean,
bad.
I've been referred to as white chocolate.
Melt in your mouth, not in your hands.
At number 6, believe this or not, Tootsie Rolls. are the
really?
worst candies. Tootsie Rolls.
No
I mean,
way.
it's not my favorite, but I would say it's the worst.
I love Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah, they are.
Tootsie Roll.
First time I ate that candy.
To the left, to the right,
they
to
just
the
too
right,
sticky.
and dip,
Yeah.
baby, dip. Come on now, dip, baby, dip. Come on.
What the hell are you singing? What is this?
The Tootsie Roll song.
I don't know that song. I don't listen to that rap.
At number 5
got
of
to
the
be
worst
kidding.
Halloween candies, those wafers that we were talking about, the Necco or the
Yeah.
Nico Raisin.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 4, now this
Neckin.
one, which I kind of like these. It's the wax cola bottles where they have like little Coke
Oh,
bottles.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
see,
Do they
There's
even
no
still
point
make
to it.
those?
yeah, they do. Now here's
the liquid's
But
going
they
in
ain't
the
nothing.
Yeah.
But then you chew. I used to chew
Chew
on the
that
wax.
wax.
It
Yeah,
just tear the hell out of your gums.
Yeah, eat the
And I-
wax.
oh man, I
The
do
bad
that.
part about it is they don't have near as much liquid in them as what they used to.
No.
when we
Oh,
were
yeah.
kids.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know they still made this.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
At number 3 of the top worst Halloween candies according to Fox News survey, peanut butter kisses, like the little fudge wrap things, the black and orange things,
yeah,
those things.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
remember this.
I do like those.
This is something that nobody brought up. Circus peanuts. Despise
Oh,
those
no, I
things,
love
too.
them.
Oh, I love 'em.
Jesus.
I just,
I do.
I had 2 bags. You know,
They're
you get
really
to buy
good.
2 for $1 at the
Yep.
grocery store. in the
Really?
heart.
Do you
Oh,
like
love
them
'em.
things?
Oh, yeah, they're almost kind of
Oh,
spongy.
On here,
sorta.
Ed McMillan said
Yeah.
Boston baked beans. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Gross.
Love
Here,
Boston.
kids, here's your spoon of Boston baked beans. No, they're the little
The candy-coated beans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh.
What about when you were little and
Peanuts.
you used to get the wax lips? Sometimes
Oh,
had
yeah.
the fangs
Yeah,
on them.
you got big-
All the kids would walk around with
Yeah.
them.
with the wax lips.
And
That's
then you chew them.
awesome. But yeah,
How racist is that?
Thank you for that.
but you like the circus peanuts?
Oh, I love
Yeah.
them.
No, I do.
Yeah, I do. I
Michelle,
love
do you like them things?
Yes.
You like them too?
Yep.
Oh,
There's not a whole lot I don't like, babe.
Oh!
and the number 1 despised candy for Halloween is what Kate likes. No, she disliked it.
She disliked it. I like them.
Candy corn.
Oh, I love them. Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Wait a
it.
minute. I agree with Mary.
The root beer
the root
barrel
beer
candy?
barrel
I
candies.
like those things.
No,
Oh,
don't
really?
like
What?
Don't
I
like
used
to
the root
like
beer
them.
barrels.
Oh.
I love it.
I like those too.
Yeah, I used to like them too.
I like it all.
I mean, it
except
tore my
those
teeth
little
up, I
penny
love them.
things.
Game.
Alrighty then.
I can't believe you don't like those them big peanut
Time for another
balls.
gay joke. But screw it. Come on,
Popcorn
guys.
Yeah, so you know what? Talking about candy, it's one of those. What is it? Pop rock or something
Rock.
like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Mikey died from putting those.
Oh, he did
Mikey.
not die.
Well, I get the kid that they said died from putting those things in his mouth.
Yes.
And I always
If he
called
drank
him
with
Mikey.
Pepsi or something.
Yeah, and there was that thing going around urban
Face
legend.
exploded or something.
Yeah.
But I always get him confused with Mikey who likes life, or it was
Yeah,
life.
Life.
Yeah,
Mikey
Mikey
was-
likes it. I always called that dude
Mikey
Mikey.
likes-
Space
Mikey
rocks.
still likes life.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I like Pop Rocks.
Hey, well, actually, now it's a girl.
For what? Pop rocks?
For life.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, and they call her Mikey.
That's
Oh, well, it is.
crap.
Seriously.
That's bull crap.
Maybe
Hey,
her
boy,
name's
hey.
Michaela? Hey, boy. Well, that'd be Mickey.
Hey, listen, you were a woman
Hey,
last week. What the hell are
Mickey,
you
yes,
talking about?
That's true.
Did you get cheaper?
They had a whole lot more hair.
Hey, listen, did you get cheaper insurance rates, car insurance rates, because you were a female then?
I must.
That's
I'm just
great.
assuming that I do.
That is great.
Yeah.
That is great. So, was there anybody else that came up with a candy that we didn't realize that somebody said something they didn't like? See, I like Mike and Ike's. I love them things.
White
Yeah,
chocolate.
it
I'm
depends on
with
the flavor of
Cockerel.
Mike and Ike's.
Cockerel don't like white chocolate. I don't either. I don't.
See, I like it at
I like
Starbucks with the
white
coffee.
chocolate.
I like that.
I like white chocolate. Anything chocolate.
Yeah,
White
I
chocolate,
like
dark
anything
chocolate,
with
black
chocolate.
See, I don't like dark chocolate.
Oh, I love dark
No?
chocolate.
See, I love
to
dark
me, I get
chocolate.
the
Dark
best.
chocolate is supposed to be
What's black
better
chocolate?
for you.
They say they say dark chocolate's a good aphrodisiac.
Well, super
Yeah,
dark
I don't
chocolate
either.
is like really good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I hear. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's supposed.
I
It's
hear.
got some health benefits.
It's too bitter though. I
I,
can't eat
well,
that's
I
why I
like
like
it
it.
up to about 73%.
Yeah, you're not
Cocoa.
supposed to eat the whole bunch, just the one.
Anything
piece.
after
Couldn't tell you
that
what percent
73%,
mine
it gets real.
I know it's
bitter.
100%
Yeah.
going when
Yeah,
I get
it
done with
gets
it.
real bitter.
100% chocolate.
It's
The,
100% in my belly.
Listen, I like chocolate. I don't like fudge though.
Okay,
Are you a
question.
fudge?
Hey, look, you got regular
Thought you were a
you got
fudge
regular
cracker.
M&Ms or peanut M&Ms?
Peanut.
Peanut.
Every time.
Peanut
See,
M&Ms.
I got to go with
Every
regular.
time.
I can't have peanuts.
Well, you're weird when it comes to M&Ms. No, yeah, but you eat yours weird though, don't you? Like separate all the colors and all that weird.
do you
stuff.
really?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, and it has to eat certain colors in a certain order. It's like
Well,
the LGBT flag, and then Chad's like, "Oh, I gotta go green." I mean,
You
all
don't
the
like
greens.
fudge? Do
No,
you like
I-
fudge?
I pack fudge.
I got to say,
Do you like nuts in your
I
fudge?
love nuts in my fudge, Jim. Sometimes what I'll do is
Go
I'll
ahead,
lick
Chad.
all day. to
Listen,
get to
let
the
Chad
nuts.
continue his story of being OCD.
Sorry,
You gotta give me time when you say this stuff to hit the censor button.
sorry.
I've got to separate my candies out by the color. and then from there I go with which one has the least amount first.
Well, then if it's just all one color, you don't have to worry about it.
No.
So what's the ratio? What's the ratio in
Yeah,
M&Ms?
if you
That's
open
a great question.
regular
Listen,
bag of M&Ms,
That's a great question. What's the most common and what's the most least common colors in a
In my
bag
experience,
of M&Ms?
the most common
Brown.
is the brown, the regular chocolate.
That's so they're not racist.
And the least that you get is green.
Didn't they do away with the red ones?
Well, with green, we're always. Remember, they always say green made you
horny.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you remember that,
green
right?
made you
It's like
horny.
green on if you wear green on
That's
fries.
another
That's why
song.
the green M&M in the commercials is a female.
Yeah, it's female.
But did they do away with the red M&Ms
I don't
for a
know.
while with the
What's
red
that?
dye number
until
5?
they come back out with the red, white, and blue ones.
Well, I thought the green. Didn't they say the green dye had or something in wrong with it or something?
I'm
I
not
can't
sure,
remember.
but anyway,
Or the
I
red
know,
ones. I don't
this
know.
is what I can tell you right now. There's one person that's not afraid to eat M&Ms. He's not afraid to eat M&Ms with peanuts.
He's not afraid of.
Listen, the guy, he absolutely will eat an apple with
He's
the
not
razor
afraid
blade
of
in it.
nuts.
He's
Not afraid of
not
nuts.
afraid of nuts.
Yep.
And it's Vaughn Haggerty!
Vaughn Haggerty.
It's Truck Month! With Ford at Three Rivers, you can get a Dodge, you can get a Chevrolet, you can get all your choice now. $15,000 off on a $60,000 truck when they should have only sold it for $45,000 in first place. It's Wayne Worth. It's Vaughn Haggerty. It's Halloween month. It's Pumpkin month.
Put that baby in 4-wheel drive and take it home today.
You can do it. And if you order now, you get a free 2-year warranty for $17,000 and we'll just tack on to the top price of the vehicle.
We'll take your trade, anything from billy goats to sailboats. It's Vaughn Haggerty.
Push, pull, or drag sale with Vaughn Haggerty and Wayne Worth.
Wayne Worth.
Get special 29% financing by calling the Mel Marina at 681-222-7646.
Two guys, one goal satisfaction.
It's Truck Month.
Truck Month.
Obviously, that's a Dodge because the horn got stuck.
You've been doing that here lately. You've been throwing that horn right at the end. It's perfect.
I love it too. It's fantastic. It's absolutely
that's
fantastic.
only part of that part. That's the only part of that gig I like.
But speaking of, now listen to this. This is actually pretty cool. Walmart's kind of competing with Amazon. They've been doing this just, as you can tell, these online, or you can see a lot of stuff in your local areas of where, what I'm talking about, like the box stores, they're actually kind of going out of business now.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Well, Amazon started this thing years ago. It's called Amazon Fresh. And you could get online and you could order groceries and then they could come and they'll bring them to you at any hour of the day. You just have to schedule it. Well, Walmart's getting into the business.
Okay, I can see that.
And one of the reasons that we're talking about this particular story is that there are 3 cities that are being beta tested with this right now. One of them being Pittsburgh.
Beelington?
Okay?
Pittsburgh. Jimmy, that's your city, buddy.
It's Pittsburgh, it's Worthington, and it's Monongah.
Yeah,
very crazy.
Perfect.
It's actually Kansas City, Pittsburgh, and Vero Beach down in Florida. But now check this out. This is where Walmart's going to the next thing. And I want to know if you like this. I can tell you a pro and a con about this. Okay. First of all, you get online and you order your groceries. Okay.
You know what? You probably save a lot of money doing that.
Megan does it now. Keep
Does
going.
she?
Yep.
Okay. Now here's the next step.
You don't impulse buy.
They'll bring it to your house. Hey, listen, Amazon will do that now. They bring it to your house. Well, here's where Walmart's taking the next step. They're going to walk into your house and put it away for you.
No kidding.
Not.
Yeah.
Well, then what'll happen?
Well, somebody's gonna get shot.
Well,
No, because they have all this worked out. Now, here's how it works. The person representing Walmart with your groceries, there's an app, there's a camera that they wear. Okay, so say if you're home, if you're not home, you have to have all how they get into the house all worked out, of course.
Right.
But you will actually walk into the house, and they have a camera that you can watch them do everything that they want to, right? And they'll go through your house and put all your groceries away for you. Then they'll split. Now, the con is that sooner or later, somebody's going to do something not really caring, if you have a camera on or not, because you don't see my face. You can see what I'm doing. Right. But I'm sure it all works out that way. The nice thing, if you're disabled or elderly or you don't have a driver's license, something like that, I can see where this would be very, very helpful, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Hey,
to put the
camera's
away,
facing this way. Someone's going to walk by and just grab something. Yeah, I'll take this. I'll take this.
But you know that somebody's been in the house.
It's like one of them vests that the police officers wear now.
Yeah.
The body cams.
Yeah.
Well,
but they don't need to put my stuff away.
I
don't like all this.
I'll tell you why I'm not going like a big fan of this, because and what's going to happen is I put my groceries go in certain spots, right? Just like in everybody else.
Right.
They're going to put something where I don't want it.
In the wrong spot.
And then I'll never find it, and then I'll add it to my grocery list again.
Then you'll have 2 of them.
Now here's
have,
here's my qualm with this.
Okay.
Now say they have this body cam on, they're walking around your house and they're putting things away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is to say that Big Brother and all them are not going to be taking inventory of your house and seeing what you got hanging around? You got guns on the wall. You got,
Could be. Could be.
Whatever.
Very well
you know
could
what I'm
be.
saying?
Could be.
Let me go another
and it's
direction.
just, it's just all, it's too intrusive.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Well, when you put anything
In my
online, it never
opinion.
goes away. I would say that.
Let me go another direction. What about all this stuff about people skimming your damn cards? Right?
Right.
Who says they don't hack into the web feed?
Well, that's what I kind
While
of
they're
worry.
in your house,
Now,
yeah.
this is what I kind of worry about everything.
Hack into the damn camera's feed that you're watching at your work or whatever. Somebody is able to hack into that feed and be able to see everything in your house, how it's laid out.
Almost like they're
they don't have scoping you out.
They're casing your
You can
house
see
so
where
they're
it.
not even around.
You can kind of see where it might have some problems. I can see that. Like, say if you're walking up to and you have to hit a security pad, and it's all over the world because they say right now this is if you have cameras or security cameras in your house. One thing that right off the bat you want to do is change your password because you can go on iptv.com and you can check out all these people that haven't. You can look in their houses, you can see what they're doing. Do it right now, not right now after the show.
Right.
iptv.com, and you can see all these security cameras because it's all generic. The IPs are all generic, and it's scary. People don't even know what they're
See,
doing.
that's just too intrusive, man.
Well, I will tell you this: the cameras I have in my house are the one you really can't. You'd have to look for it to see where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually moved it because you could see when you're punching in the door.
Oh,
the door code.
nice.
So I moved it just so you can't see that, but you can see who's
Yeah,
coming up.
that's
Yeah,
fantastic.
we know where your cameras are, D-Mac.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, we do.
I saw a
actually
little
do.
dancing going on.
Yeah,
there.
Chuck and I played a little joke on D-Mac. What, about a year ago?
Yeah, it's probably close to that.
Now keeping up with how businesses are doing good things for the community. I'm sure at Walmart when they were talking about doing this, they were like, you know what, there's a market here for this because not everybody is, they either has the time or they just can't because, like I said, I'm going back to the elderly or the disabled, something like that.
Well, I think it all comes into play of everybody wants to outdo everybody either. You know what I mean?
Well, of course, that's going to be until the
order
next
and you
step.
can pick it up here. When the next person goes, well, you can order and we'll put it in your car.
Wouldn't
And then, you know what I mean?
Now we'll put it in your house.
It would have been actually a lot
Put it
cheaper.
away in your
It would have
refrigerator.
actually been, in the long scheme of things, have been a lot cheaper to say, hey, listen, if you want groceries, call us. We'll come get you. You can come pick out your own groceries. Then we'll take you home. It'd have been a lot cheaper. We'll call it Uber.
Hey.
Something like that.
Now, what I like right now, see, that just, to me, like I said before, that's just too intrusive. But what I do like is, say, Cindy, she'll be at work or whatever, or on break time or whatever she's doing, and she'll make an order, or even the night before.
Right.
She'll make an order at, like, Sam's Club or whatever, and then tell her, okay, what time are you going to be free tomorrow? And I'll say, well, between 1 and 3 or whatever. And then I'll go up there, and it's already ready. I'll just take it out and put it in the car.
It's already paid for and everything.
Yeah,
That's
That's
already
nice.
paid for.
Sam's
See, I like
Sam's Club
that.
does that.
But I don't like it. The other stuff's just too intrusive.
Like Megan did the
What
groceries.
if you get ice cream and you get it at 1 and you don't show up till
Well, they
No,
put it in
it's
the
in the
freezer
freezer.
bags.
Oh.
Yeah,
it's in the
But
freezer.
I will tell you this: she's been doing this for probably about a year and a half. When Kroger first started it, but Walmart will screw that stuff up. You'll get home and there'll be stuff missing.
It's kind of like McDonald's.
Yeah, it is exactly like McDonald's.
Not
Don't even
throwing
get me
any
started
names
on
out.
that.
Well,
yeah,
one
it's just a
thing-
McDonald's.
One thing I like to say about Walmart, as much as I don't go there too often, instead of worrying about such a competing other companies, why don't they just open up a 2 extra register?
Well, there you go.
You know what I mean? Instead of a
Well, it's
Well,
all
it's all self-checkout now.
self-checkout
Yeah,
now.
that's what I'm saying.
Basically.
They put in a bunch of self-checkout.
But anyway, listen. Here's another company thinking about the people that live in their area, and I
Okay.
like this kind of stuff. This is actually in Toledo, Ohio.
Okay.
Okay, and the place is called Scarlett's.
OH.
Holy Toledo.
Do you know Toledo? Where's Toledo in comparison to where you grew up over there?
Up north
Yeah,
on the lake.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with
Or
this.
right
like-
near the lake.
Well, Scarlett's Cabaret, they care so much. And they had, they feel a need because I'm sure they might have a homeless problem. They might have some people less fortunate. It's a strip club. First of all, this is Scarlett's Cabaret, is a strip club, and what they have decided to do is give away all the couches in their particular.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm glad you said that because we were talking about food, and then you said it was club. I thought it was like Sam's Club.
Right, no, this is Scarlett's Club, so it's a different kind of club. It's a different kind of produce.
You still
place.
need a card, like a member card to get in there, you think?
But anyway, you can actually go online, and there's a Facebook post. Actually, it's ended just a couple days ago. I'm going to put this on there. I'm going to put this on. I can't put this on there. Darren, do you have the pictures of this place up?
Already
It's
up.
absolutely legit. Scarlett's is open, and they gave away their couches. Now, they did give a warning. I will say, they gave a warning that there might be certain stains and certain smells on the couches because they had a fire not too long, not too long before they decided to do this.
Of course, that's why.
Yeah, a fire. Wink,
Well, I
wink.
mean, now let's think about this. It is clearly a reputable place. It says it right here, Gentlemen's Club.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
What are we worried about?
Sleazebag.
Gentlemen's. It's
Gentlemen's
yeah.
Club.
It didn't say.
At least,
it didn't say
at least
Punk's
they have
Club.
a dress code.
I would take a couch from a gentleman any day.
That is pretty funny, actually.
Have you ever been to a strip club that had a dress code?
It's a pretty fancy strip club.
Have you been to a strip
Some are
club?
like that.
I have.
Actually,
Wow.
you know what?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I have been to several strip.
I've only been to one in my entire life.
I've been
It
strip
was-
search
it was
once.
The worst.
Some
it
of the
was worst
restaurant
money I've ever spent.
is required to wear suits and ties.
Oh, you guys took Brucey like 2 years ago.
We told him it was the.
I didn't go there.
I didn't either.
That
We
was
told
a
you
karaoke party.
Best
I
karaoke
remember
bar
that.
in Morgan.
Yeah, so what happened was
Yeah,
is
it
that
burnt down.
Burned down.
Blue Parrot, what used to be Back Bay up in Morgantown. We told
did
Brucey
burn
one night,
down.
it was me, Justin, and Chad, and we told Brucey we were going to the largest karaoke bar in West Virginia. And of course, listen, this guy was all about this stuff. He's going to go up there and sing something from Flashdance or something or rather. He was
Brought his own microphone too.
Brucey, what's your favorite song to sing, by the way?
Oh, I mean, anything that they have, something listed that I know, I try.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We haven't done karaoke in a long time.
Yeah, we haven't. We need to go together.
So we, yes,
No, I mean on the show. I think
On the
Derek
show.
means on the
Yeah.
show. We have this
Oh.
around.
No, well, we could go karaoke somewhere else as well. But
Yeah.
I'll go watch.
what would be a good song to sing?
Oh, you'll go sing,
What-
pal.
what would be a good song to sing at this time of year?
This time.
Tiny Dancer.
Oh, come on.
Now, what does that have to
got
do
that in
with
my
Halloween?
head. Come on.
It doesn't.
Mary did that the other day.
Porn
too,
star
and then
dancing.
Yeah, that's a good song.
But wait, it's Halloween.
No, it doesn't have to be
Halloween.
Halloween. I mean, if it-
Thriller.
that's a good one.
Yeah. Thriller.
Okay.
That's a long one, though.
Nothing, little Mikey.
We're going to do this one. And
That's a long one.
This is actually Brucey.
What do you say?
This is for Brucey. And Brucey, we haven't done.
That's Jimmy's song.
Little
What?
That's Jimmy's song.
Never.
Little.
We haven't-
Oh,
Is that
you don't
Jimmy's
like
That's
song?
Jimmy's
Tiny
song.
Dancer is Jimmy's song?
No.
He's a pedophile.
We haven't done karaoke with Bruce
I,
for a long
I,
time.
I don't know the lyrics.
Well, the good, fantastic part about this, Bruce, is that the lyrics will be on the screen.
We'll help you, Brucey.
That's between Jimmy and Todd.
Oh,
I'm too sexy. Oh, you get the pick.
Where's the
Here.
music?
it hasn't started yet, Todd.
I'm too sexy for my love.
Come on, Brucey. Sexy for my love. Love's going to leave me. Once again, we took Brucey up to Morgantown to the Blue Parrot, which is a strip club. Told him it was the largest karaoke bar in West Virginia. We have a great shot of him looking at us. Right behind him, it says nudes. Go, Brucey. Do this stuff, brother.
I'm too sexy for my shirt.
Too sexy for my shirt.
So sexy it hurts.
Oh, here you go.
I'm too sexy for Milan. Too sexy for Milan, New York, and Japan.
Yeah! Hell yeah, I knew we'd get that part right, boy. Yeah.
Brucey, not only did he do a shot with Brie Olson, but he's also a karaoke champion.
I'm too sexy for your party. Too sexy your party. No way I'm disco dancing.
Yeah.
I am a model
if you know
me. And I do
My little turn
on the catwalk.
Yeah.
on the catwalk. On the catwalk. Yeah. And I do my little turn on the catwalk.
Very good, Brucey. You did really good. We haven't done karaoke with Bruce for a
I
long
do remember
time.
the song.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s.
Yay, Brucey!
Good job, Bruce.
Right said Fred.
Yeah, that's good
That,
stuff,
that was
man.
popular group. So
Yeah.
Alexa, make farting sounds. Is that her or is that you?
That one's
Alexa.
No, we don't know.
What? No.
We don't know who's Alexa and who's Jimmy. I think that was Jimmy.
Now, there is a new scam also coming around. Now, I don't know if you heard about this or not. 25 years ago, there was a Nigerian astronaut that went up with the Russians. Now, this email is coming around. Now, most of the time, if you get an email looking for money, actually promising to give you some money, it's more often than not from Nigeria, strangely enough. I'm not sure why this is. Anyway.
They have a lot of princes.
Yes, they do. Absolutely.
Sorry.
So, 25 years ago, this dude goes up. His name is Abacha Tunde. Okay?
God bless you.
That's exactly. Alexa.
Is that a type of tuna?
Alexa.
Sounds like a.
I just sneezed.
You have I just sneezed enabled. Do you want to open it?
Yes.
No. Okay, so anyway, what happened was they were on Suez T16Z.
You have I just sneezed enabled. Do you want to open it?
Yes.
Shut up.
No.
Quit. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, what is
I don't know what the hell it is either. It's Alexa has her own good deal going on.
You can't say that too loud.
So anyway, this dude, Apacha Tunde, he goes up and he's on the Suez T16Z with the Russians. Okay, well they decide they're going to come back down. So, but anyway, his spot on the way back down is taken by what?
What's it taken by? What's so damn funny? Say
it.
He said Suez.
What
like the Suez Canal.
Soyuz.
Soyuz.
Yeah.
Soyuz.
Listen, Soyuz, whatever, F-use, Darren. How about that? How you like that one? How you like that one, Webster?
Hit the button.
How you like that, Webster's Dictionary? Didn't realize you were so educated.
Dictionary? You said dictionary.
Where'd you get your dictionary?
Listen, I got bifocals on. I can't see this.
Right
The Suez Canal.
If it was even close, Chuck.
I can't read this. I'm trying to keep the story up.
All right, go ahead.
You're making your
You
wife
go, news
laugh.
reporter. Go.
Hey, we started out with that kind of stuff. Anyway, so what happened was this guy's worth like $15 million. He earned this as a salary, okay?
Okay.
Well, the problem is he got stuck up there. He's still stuck up in the Suez Canal T1634, 1000.
We got to bring him home.
We do. But the thing is, he needs money to get home.
GoFundMe? Is there a GoFundMe?
So what happens is if you send him money to get him home, he will split this $15 million salary once he lands on Earth.
Wow. Sounds legit.
There's a couple problems with this.
Wow.
First of all, Elon Musk, he's kind of worried about going to Mars now. He's not necessarily worried about going up to the Suez Canal T16Z.
Okay.
Okay? That's
But
number
this guy's
one.
trapped up there, man.
Yeah, we're a spaceman.
Oh, God knows.
He's
where
orbiting our solar system. So
There's another problem with this.
I'll find
This
out.
is why I think this is a scam.
Yeah, where is he?
I'm going to find out. Hold on.
This is why I think this might be a scam, and I'm not sure.
You think?
Yeah, it sounds like.
But now, how in the world did
What's
this
your first
guy?
clue?
How had he somehow sent me an email from space? Now, how in the world did he?
AT&T.
He's
no,
got
that's
communications.
Satellite.
But how did he? There was an email 25 years ago, was there?
You're targeted.
Well,
25
How
years
would
ago?
he? 25 years ago, was there such thing as email? Was
yeah,
there?
Yeah. 25? Oh, hell yeah.
AOL, baby.
Oh, hell yeah. 25 years ago?
Yeah, that would have been.
I mean,
No,
that's only...
25 years ago is what year?
No, 25 years
90,
ago.
what?
94.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
year did the internet come online? 91?
Well, there were
dial-up.
communications,
Back
but
in-
the World Wide Web wasn't up until 95.
91.
Alexa,
91?
Alexa,
91?
what year did the World Wide Web go online?
I think 91.
I don't know that one.
Of course not. Why would you?
Stupid.
Hold on. I'll find out.
Okay, you look that up real quick. Darren said where's Starman? Starman's current location is 197,678,995 miles away from the Earth, moving away from the Earth at 12,000. Oh, excuse me. Where's my miles per hour? Oh, that's right. 12,748 miles per hour.
Which
pretty
puts
fast.
him where?
Right over Nigeria.
He is.
Maybe Starman's sending all these emails.
So he's still up and going.
Oh no,
He's just going to no big circle.
1989.
89 was the very first one.
Yep. English.
Emailed or the World Wide Web?
The World Wide Web.
Because I remember when the
Tim
Steelers
Bern-
were in the Super Bowl in
Berners-Lee.
'95. I remember them talking about, what is this? Oh, the World Wide Web. You remember them commercials?
Yeah. No. Yeah, because they had the internet, which was an intranet then.
Yeah,
was
the
between
internet was alive.
Right.
Yeah, during Desert Storm, we didn't have email at home.
Well, back then they didn't call it internet. They
Listen
called
to
it
this.
the
Okay, now this is-
information
we're
superhighway.
about to get educated here.
Very first email. 1972.
Dang!
Wow.
That was probably because it started
like
out as
teletype.
It started out as the intranet between the military.
Right.
It was in the government thing in the beginning, and then they kind of opened it up for the world to spy on us. I mean, allegedly.
He picked the guy who invented it here picked the @ symbol from the computer keyboard to denote sending messages from one computer to another. 1972.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
All right, well, let me keep.
Elvis was still alive then. You believe that?
Yeah.
Which 15-year-old high school girl discovered the hashtag? Who did that hashtag? Where'd that come from?
The pound
Bell
sign always
Atlantic.
been around.
Bell Atlantic. It was a mall bell.
It was on your telephone, a hashtag, right?
No, I understand, but who made that popular? Hashtag Chad's a hottie.
Oh, make
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
This should be something that you should be asking your wife.
Oh, yeah.
She hashtags like 15 things on
She
one.
hashtags a lot of shit. Hashtag this. She should hashtag my husband's a hottie.
Yeah.
She should, but instead she puts
Chilling-
hashtag Chad's a hottie.
She does that chilling with McMillan.
Chilling with Beck McMillan. Yeah, she does. Chilling with Finney Ray. Chilling.
Okay, so what's the answer?
Yeah, great.
I don't know. Chuck, look it up.
I'm looking. I'm still trying to read
Oh.
here. Mailbox protocol was set forth in 1971. She's a whiz.
Okay. Well, D-Mac's looking at it. We're gonna do this. Going back to the Halloween theme, because we're getting close to almost an hour now. We started a little bit late
Yeah, we gotta
because
get
we
it.
were waiting for
We gotta go.
the Titans to end.
It's not my fault.
These are the corniest Halloween jokes that anyone can remember.
But that's why they're funny.
That's why we're doing this stuff. Once again, remember that next
That's
Thursday,
why I said that, Vic.
Halloween night from 6 to 7:30, we're going to be having a live broadcast here, down here at Rogan Radio at the ranch here on Snob Knob.
Friday, senior night.
Senior night this coming
Yep,
Friday.
Friday.
Is that this coming
Assuming,
Friday?
here's the bad thing. There's a chance of rain. So if it rains, we're out.
But we have a senior.
Yeah,
This
we'll
year?
be there, but that's the bad thing. So we're going to hope that the rain holds off because
That's
if it
going to be
rains,
really sad.
yeah, that'll be the first time.
Hey, Chuck, question for you.
So what time we going live Saturday?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Let's see. Halloween starts at 6, probably about 6:30.
Okay.
Just joking. Probably about 15:06.
Yeah,
I would say.
5:45.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll have
So
everything
if you
set
want to
up.
come get on air, come up to
Yeah,
Snob
come on
Knob
down.
Lumberport.
We're going to be doing some interviews.
Okay,
We're going to have
so-
some contests, the best costumes. It's next Thursday. We're going to have our jack-o'-lantern
and we're going
thing.
to be dressed up, right?
We're going to be dressed up.
Hey, Chuck, you know why skeletons are so calm?
Why are skeletons
I'm
so
working
calm?
till 6.
Because nothing gets under their skin.
Why do skeletons have low self-esteem?
I don't know.
They have no body to love.
How do vampires get around on Halloween?
I don't know.
On blood vessels.
Oh, blood vessels.
Why did the ghost go into the bar?
Don't know.
For the booze.
Nice.
Get it? Booze.
Yeah, I like that one.
Why did the vampire read the New York Times? Because he heard it had a great circulation.
Get it? Get it?
Why don't mummies take time off?
I don't know.
They're afraid to unwind.
Why did the headless horseman go into business? Because he wanted to get ahead in life.
Oh, yeah.
Why do girl ghosts go on diets?
Oh, I don't know.
So they can keep their ghoulish figure.
Brucey, do you have one down there?
Where does a ghost go on vacation?
I don't
Where's
know.
the ghost
Where,
go on
where?
vacation?
Malibu.
Mally.
Why did the vampire need mouthwash?
Why is she not going in order, Chuck?
Why did the vampire need mouthwash?
Yes.
in order.
Why did the vampire need mouthwash?
I have no idea.
Am I supposed to go in order?
That just makes it easy.
No,
Are
you
there
just do
new
it.
rules on the show?
No, you make the rules,
I
girlfriend.
mean, you send this crap to me. I gotta look it up.
Yeah, Chuck, go.
Oh, I forget the punchline now. Why did the vampire need mouthwash?
I know why.
I have no idea.
Because he had bat breath.
Get it?
Bat breath.
Listen, I got to do this one before anybody else. What do you call a witch's garage?
Oh.
Chuck's house. I mean, a broom closet. Wait a minute. What do you call your Mustang?
The witch. That's right. Yeah, that's true. The Mustang's the witch. He wasn't referring to Michelle. There. First, see, you know how I was thinking.
Was there something not very nice just now, or
Yes,
did I
we were
miss
talking
it?
about
Todd?
Yeah.
No,
You
that
got
wasn't
that was
me.
a good quick thinking there, Jimbo.
Jimmy.
So Jimmy's out of the wheel.
Jimmy out.
Out
I
of the
was talking
wheel.
about Chuck's car.
The maker of this product does not want it, the buyer does not use it, and the user does not see it. What is it?
Dodge truck.
It's a coffin.
D-Max got one too.
Yeah.
Hey, Chuck, what do you get when you cross a vampire and a snowman?
I have no idea.
Frostbite.
Oh, that's a pretty good one too.
I got
actually.
one.
What's a ghoul's favorite bean?
Ghoul's favorite bean.
Yeah.
I have no
The
idea.
one
Human bean.
Get it? Human
being.
Oh, human being. That's a good one.
Why can't the boy ghost have babies?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because he has a Halloweenie.
Just like you, Chuck. Just like you.
Shut your mouth.
Halloweenie.
Hey, what's in a ghost's nose?
Boogers.
Booger.
Boogers.
Boogers.
What do you get when you cross a vampire and a snowman?
Oh, I don't know if I've heard this one. What is it?
Frostbite.
Oh!
How can you tell when a
So
vampire
nice you said
has
it
been in the
twice.
bakery?
How?
All the jelly's been sucked out of the donuts.
What's it like to be kissed by a vampire? Anybody know?
Tell me.
No.
It's a pain in the neck.
Aww.
Get it? Pain in the neck.
Once again, these are jokes anybody can remember, even a caveman.
I just got that.
Here's a why do demons and ghouls hang out together? Because demons are a ghoul's best friend.
No.
Oh, yeah.
And those were the
clever play on words.
Those were
All right.
20 corny jokes. I said corny with a C.
They are corny. They're very corny.
Did you happen to hear this story real quick? Now, there's a lot of weird things.
Ouch.
That was me.
That was Jimmy. That's okay, Jimbo. There's a lot of weird things that happen in the world. Now, this is actually one of them, to be quite honest with you. Did you hear about this Dutch family that they just found out about that's been hiding for like 10 years in their basement?
No, but I like where this story's going. Keep going.
Okay, here's what happened. There's a guy, and he's had like 8 or so many kids, 6 to 8 kids. I can't remember exactly what. But anyway, they've been hiding in this house. Now, one of the oldest kids, actually, the reason they know this, he recently escaped. We're going to put the quotes around it,
right.
quote unquote, escape. And he went down to a bar and ordered a beer. So then he starts talking. Well, he didn't know anything because they've been held up in this cellar of this house for 10 years, waiting for the world to come to an end.
What? That's a long time.
That's a very long time.
It's like I can't pull this up on the computer, but did you guys hear about the Irish funeral?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
Is that
Is this
not
a
great?
story within a story?
Was that not great?
It is a story within a story. The guy
Because it's
died.
so close.
Was that
Dutch
the
land
prank?
is so close
Yeah.
to Irish
No.
land.
I mean, it wasn't a prank, but because the guy really died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he had that played that.
He had it recorded
Yeah, and
before
I
he died.
can't- If you can pull that up, it's freaking hilarious.
You got it
because-
right there.
No, but watch it. It won't let me do it.
I mean, you might as well continue now.
what the hell is
Yeah.
going on over
It
there?
was
Jim?
awesome, though.
No, listen.
That was
I guess
awesome.
they had when the coffin was going down in the ground. It was playing help me.
You can hear
Let me
it.
out.
So what
Let me
happened
out.
was
It's
the guy kicks the bucket. He puts a
Yeah.
speaker, a self-recorded, almost like
Yeah,
what
they had
happened.
it recorded and they played it at the funeral.
Almost, if there was an episode of WKRP one time to where they had the I can't remember exactly who died.
in
Cincinnati. So anyway, he recorded himself before he died, and he basically blasts everybody when they go in to the lawyer's office to see what the will's going to be. And he actually reads the will, and he's alive. And I can't remember whose relative that was, but it was a hilarious episode. It's kind of like what this guy did: self-recorded message, puts
Yeah.
a speaker in the box,
Yeah.
and plays
he
it.
was definitely dead though. He was definitely
Yeah.
dead.
Well, that's what they say. That's why that's why they actually embalm now. Have you ever heard about the bells on the outside of
You know,
graves?
I heard
Yes.
about that the other day.
They
You know,
use
Why
that
they
in
call
the
it
movie
graveyard shift?
Yeah,
They
and
use that in the movie The Nun. Did you ever see
yeah.
it?
I just
yeah,
learned
yeah.
that. I literally just learned about that
Really?
this year
yeah, it was very.
in my 40-something.
yeah, I heard
Here's
it.
something you may not know as well. Do you know that you do not have to be embalmed?
I didn't know that.
No, but
Then
they can't.
what-
They
what-
can't transport you across state lines if you're not.
Right, right.
But
Right.
what happens if you're not embalmed?
You can be cremated.
Because that imaginary state line will make you blow up.
Nothing.
Apparently,
They
it's
just-
illegal.
Refrigeration does basically the same
They
thing.
put you on ice.
as embalming.
So you can be
So-
buried without being embalmed?
Yes, and you don't have to be in a vault either. You can be in a wood casket.
Without being embalmed?
Yes.
So you decay real quick.
Yeah, you would a lot
fu-
faster.
A funeral
West
home's probably
Virginia.
not allowed to do that.
I didn't know
It's-
that.
It's got to be your.
When did
no
that
law.
happen?
In West Virginia, I looked it up.
Well, there may not be the
'Cause I
law
want
on
to be
it,
wrapped in linen and put in a coffin and put.
See, I want to be put on a big wood pile and burned like Darth Vader.
but there you go.
That's
Me
what I
too.
want.
But I wonder
I want
if-
cremated.
I wonder if
Actually, which I think that's a Noric thing. Isn't that thing? Didn't they
Say
get
again?
that when they burned Darth Vader on the isn't that a Noric thing?
Yeah.
Didn't it? And then that's where they actually got the inspiration at when they would burn people back at, if it was if you were a king or whatever, or something big.
Well,
back then they got that from Star Wars.
Importance.
Yeah.
And it was not necessarily for kings or whatever, but it was for the leader of that certain band or whatever.
Because I can remember seeing something about the Return of the Jedi when they were actually talking about that particular scene, and that's where they got their inspiration from. Luke.
So the Vikings got their inspiration from that movie.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right, Jim?
I mean,
now listen. Speaking of that, would you want to be involved the day that you're pronounced dead? Do you want to be involved? I do, because I want to make sure I'm dead, because there's not a graveyard shift anymore. Just like with the bells, they would have the bells on top. There would be a string in the coffin, and if you woke up, which happened a lot back in them days, they would bury.
Somebody falls into a coma, anything.
They would think you were dead, and you weren't necessarily dead. And if you woke up and you were in that coffin, you'd start ringing the hell out of them bells, and you were on that graveyard.
And you know what?
Graveyard shift, and you could hear them bells start picking them up.
There was a lot more.
Crazy.
There was a lot more than just the bells. They used to have tubes. I heard about this on a podcast earlier. They used to have tubes that went from the coffin up to the ground, and they had somebody in charge, like the whoever, like the priest or whatever.
I'm down here.
Hello, and it was a smelling tube, and he would have to go through and smell all the tubes.
Listen,
to see if they were dead.
How many caretakers do you think went up and farted in those tubes?
Well, now, can you imagine this? Can you imagine being
pissed down?
Can you imagine being working on a grave in the graveyard, and at 2:00 in the morning you're minding your own business, you're worried about not being eaten by the coyotes, and you're hearing owls and all this kind of stuff, and you hear somebody going, "Hey, listen, can you come get me?" That would scare the hell out of you.
Back to what Derek was saying real quick. Derek, what was you going to say?
I just wonder if a funeral home will actually do the service in that situation.
Well, for West Virginia, it says is embalming required. West Virginia has no laws or regulations requiring embalming, the process in which blood is drained from the body and replaced with fluids that delay disintegration. Though it is still common, embalming is rarely necessary. Refrigeration serves the same purpose.
Yeah. Huh.
So
That's wild.
And as far as West Virginia, there's no law that requires a casket for cremation. As far as cremation goes. But
that's interesting.
Tapophobia. Yeah. That is the fear of being buried alive.
That's probably a good thing.
Carol's daughter Juliana is going to make her into a tree.
Basically, I guess the process is the same as being cremated and being put in with the soil.
They have what they call bio-urns.
Yeah.
It's basically like an egg carton instead of a plastic bag.
Oh, I like that idea.
And you can be
Actually,
cremated.
the human body, it's cremation. It's great fertilizer.
Yeah. You can be cremated, put in this bio-urn, and dig a hole and
That's me.
plant,
That's what I
plant a
want.
tree.
Bruce was talking about needing. He was talking about getting compost.
Yeah.
So I think, you know what? When you guys kick the bucket, listen, Brucey, you're going to have the best soil on the planet. You'll be able to grow corn for 25 years straight.
I'll go over there and take a dump in his yard.
Now, my cousin,
you should see where my dogs go.
My cousin Erica did post on here that no funeral home will do a viewing without embalming.
I can see that.
That's the viewing, right?
Because I wonder, like back in the day, which wouldn't have been that long ago, when they were doing wakes at people's homes.
Right. I was going to say, you don't have to go to a funeral home.
No, you don't have to now.
No, you don't.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Just
They'll
do it
do
at
the
your
service,
house.
I think the only requirement as far as funerals, burials are concerned is that it has to be a designated burial site.
You can do it.
You can even make your own in your yard.
But you have to have it certified private prior to it becoming one, though, right?
Yeah. You can't just die and say, hey, plant me there.
This has gotten really morbid. Last time I remember, Brucey was singing karaoke. Now we're all dying.
We're talking about having a funeral in somebody's living room because they don't want to embalm them.
And then we're going to be planted in the yard. What kind of shit is that? so roses will grow.
Cheap. As a matter of fact, 2 months ago, I did as American Legion Riders, we do funeral escorts for veterans and stuff.
Right.
We did one down in Belington that this guy was buried in his front yard.
Oh.
That they have it's a
like a
designated area in his yard, in that family's yard, that is their family cemetery.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Well, you know what? Once again, Walmart will deliver groceries to your house. Right? Amazon, they do the same thing. But if you look up on that screen, you can also get a casket. And you can get made to order a casket. Here's a Titan casket, Orion white steel casket with white interior for $1,000.
That's a pretty
no,
good
you
price.
don't seem to understand. Walmart's been selling caskets for years.
Like,
have they?
Why?
Yes. As a matter of fact, the movie that Clint Eastwood was in, that Gran Torino,
yeah,
The casket that they have him in that movie came from Walmart. It was one of the specials at Walmart for veterans.
It's $1,200. Do you know a regular casket's like what, $4 or $5 grand?
Yeah, 12,000.
Listen to this.
I would buy it from Walmart.
This is actually Amazon, but listen to this stuff. And at $2,000, you get 2 years seamless cash.
And you'll get it by October 23rd.
Beautiful black finish with
Let's
silver
hope you don't
highlights.
die before then.
White velvet interior and a French fold
today's
design.
the 20th. You get that casket in 3 days.
18
You think you're gonna
gauge
die?
steel.
Order that now.
Full rubber
You
gasket
get
sealer.
Hey, if you have the Amazon credit card, go ahead and order it.
Swing bar handle.
Free shipping.
I only got 5 left.
Hey, listen, this thing has a half couch in it. I wonder if it comes with a TV, too.
Dude, you got to get one of those and put it in your living room.
Listen, would that not be the coolest thing? See, now listen, when Michelle and I first got married, right? What I should have done is like, listen, here's where the magic happens. This is what we call a bedroom around here, and this is my bed. It's a casket. Be like what was the Munsters or
Munsters.
Was that what it was? That would be like Grandpa.
That's Adam's family.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We're a little
slept in it.
confused.
Yeah.
Goofball.
Okay. But listen to this thing. This is a
It
silver
all runs together in the end.
silver jewel toned accessories, continuous weld construction, completely sealing the bottom, memory and record tube. What's that? I wonder.
It's that tube for smelling dead bodies.
Fits in standard burial vaults.
That's good.
What is? I wonder
No,
what.
you can put memories. It's like a tube.
Oh, kind of like
like a time capsule sort of thing.
Basically, yeah, like a time capsule.
Now, here's the thing that I'm really interested about, because they always have underneath this what other people have bought.
Yes.
When they buy this.
Yeah.
Let's
Also
see.
bought with.
Let's see. Here's heavy-duty cleaning tools set with 10-inch all-surface. There's a nice-looking urn.
That's really pretty.
Yeah, there's a Halloween Haunters 5-foot insert pop-up black coffin prop decoration.
There's a pet coffin. Oh, there's pet
Oh,
caskets.
look at the little pet coffin. Look at all these
I
coffins.
didn't know you could order pet
Didn't
coffins.
Hell, that thing was
Okay,
$1,500. Go back up there.
You can in another fork.
You might as well buy it a full
Pet
size.
coffins.
That thing was.
I hope Vicky's still watching.
Was that
I
$1,500?
mean, where I was from, you just dug a
Holy
hole and
crap.
threw them in there and covered them
It's
up with dirt.
$159.
Oh, I only got one. I only got one contact in.
Still?
Disclosure.
It's like 3 weeks you've only had
Well,
one contact.
no, that's only been 3 days now. I did get a new set of contacts, but they were trial versions. While my new ones came in, they came in on Friday. They didn't pick them up yet. So.
Or you just wear your eyeglasses.
Demon.
I know.
Listen,
I
for
thought about
Halloween, when my uncle lived back this way, he's out in Reading now, but years ago when he lived back here, he used to do for trick-or-treating every year. He was always into these Halloween, the masks and everything. He
Right.
had tons of stuff. And he would always do up like a mini haunted house. And you'd have to like walk into
Yeah.
his garage to get to the candy.
Yeah,
at the- and they get the candy. Well, he'd let so many people go at a time. Well, this one year he had, you'd go through it and it'd be stuff hanging on the walls and stuff. And when you got to the end, there was like one of those caskets. And it was like opening it up with like this monster in it. And somebody was sitting there and had like candy. And you get the candy. Well, on the way out, one of the things hanging on the wall was actually his head inside it, and he would go, "Bruh!" And people would lose their minds, man. He said 2 girls one time went straight through the wall, because they were all like cardboard walls,
Yeah.
and they went straight through the
How
wall.
awesome is that? Scary to pieces.
They used to do that. East Shinson, there was a house. I can't remember whose house it was, but it was like that.
Really?
Yeah, it was always you had to go in the top, and you would end up in a basement like on the other street.
That's
It's
kind of
pretty cool.
neat. That's kind of neat.
Someone in Shinston luring you to their basement. That's
Well,
weird.
That don't happen very often.
No.
Have you guys been to any haunted houses yet? They have the Fright Farm.
I have
they
not,
done
and
it.
I'm a little upset about it.
We went to Cedar Point.
My
remember we
stepdaughter
were
went to
supposed to-
Fright Farm this year.
How was
Weren't we supposed to?
I guess it was all right. They got a tent or
Anybody
one
get-
of them canopies or whatever.
Anybody go down to Tri-Allegheny?
No, I haven't been.
Yeah.
in.
How
went down
how
with
was
Mary
Cedar
and
Point?
Mary.
Halloween weekends was unbelievably busy.
Really?
We went through. I think we hit three different little haunted house mazes, and then there was a couple of them that everybody wanted to go into, but they were like 4-hour waits. I wasn't
screw
waiting that long.
that.
But
Screw
it was cold the first night. The second night, it was really, really nice weather. There was like 70,000 people there.
Jesus Christmas.
Oh, it was nuts. Yesterday, they had to shut the causeway down getting into Cedar Point. They weren't letting anybody else in.
Really?
Yep.
Remember this weekend we were supposed to go somewhere.
Yeah, boy, I would like to, because
Yeah.
I sure haven't gotten to do anything scary this month.
Well,
Hint.
I think
Well,
you need
you
to
know
change your name to Scary
Hint.
Chuck.
Hint.
They call me
she's
Scary
hinting.
Chuck.
She's hinting.
Hint.
You only
Well,
got-
listen, we got the.
It's the 20th.
I'll think of something scary. We had this week off, by the way.
You're off this week?
Yeah.
We're on vacation. We're on a staycation.
We're on a staycation.
Those are good ones.
Yeah,
well, it's
they're not
not
as expensive.
Yeah,
This is our first annual staycation.
This is the first time since we've been together we're going to have a staycation.
See,
Yes.
now that's something that drives me nuts. First annual. It's not. It's inaugural.
Nice.
What's the difference?
But
Because it's the first.
But-
Inaugural is the first.
Is the first.
D-Mac.
Second one would be an
Now-
annual.
Now, see, once again,
That's way
Darren,
too smart for
Darren
me.
jumps in. See, you have to remember, just like the Suez Canal thing. What you did not do.
Leave Susie out of this.
What you did not do is listen closely. You have to remember, Michelle is from Webster.
Oh, damn it.
Okay? So when she said the first anal staycation, you know, she's not talking about annual.
Annual. Yeah.
Okay?
Should have known.
Yeah, well, it sounds like it.
You know
No,
what?
it sounds like it. Right?
Sounds like
It sounds a lot like
and
it.
I can understand the assumption. I can
Yeah.
absolutely understand that. But see, that's what I'm saying. When you start jumping into the fire too fast, you're going to get burned.
Yeah.
Right.
Here I go.
So it's
What?
not it's not the inaugural one.
Right. No.
No, this will be the first staycation.
The first annual.
I would,
The first anal.
I would just like to remind you that
Maybe?
you have all week with me and not these guys.
Listen,
so.
I'm guessing, Chad, I'm going to see you Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Okay,
I
anyway.
thought you were working tomorrow anyway.
Yeah, I'm going into work tomorrow, yeah.
You're going to work your day off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Greedy
Because
Peter.
I'm not.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nope. Out.
So anyway, with that being said, we're going to shut this shit show down. Don't forget, Friday, weather permitting, we're going to be up at senior night at the Lincoln football game. It's going to be senior night. We're going to have all the cameras and stuff like that. We have a great time. It's we've been doing that now for 4 or 5 years, and it's just the stuff is fantastic. So hopefully the weather works out for that. Then next Thursday, the 31st, we're going to be broadcasting live down here. So if you have time, I know with family obligations, it's going to be kind of tough, but if you can,
Don't forget to come to Snob Knob Lumber Report.
we're going to be doing
on
a
the
live
31st.
broadcast, and we're going to be passing
AKA
out.
Metal Arc Lane.
We're going to be passing out beers and cigarettes and all kinds of crazy shit.
Salty
Bit of
whiskey.
honeys,
I'm gonna get some candy cigarettes passed out.
candy
Listen, they
cigarettes.
still make them.
Yeah.
They still make them.
Damn right they do. They're great.
Start your habit early. I'm going to go buy $10 worth of those little suckers that cost
Dum Dums.
Dum Dums.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great
I love
suckers,
those.
man.
Those
Dum,
are great.
dum,
Listen,
dum.
I wouldn't feel bad to give somebody 10 of them things at one time, thinking they think they scored. I'm like, listen,
Yeah.
that was only cost me 2 cents.
Yeah, no doubt.
Merry
Hey.
Christmas. Get the hell out of here.
The pineapple ones. Oh my god. Pina colada.
Root beer.
Yeah.
Root beer. That's mine. Root beer.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll even get some circus peanuts and all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you get like 16 circus peanuts for.
You know what? We might even have a
50 cents.
complimentary. We might even have a complimentary dentist and somebody down here to do.
Andrew Minnick.
What do they do when they have when somebody gets diabetes and they and they have to do dialysis because of that? They
give
send
insulin?
themselves. Yeah, insulin. That's what I'm talking
They kill them with
about.
insulin.
Okay, moving on from that. We are moving on from that entire conversation.
Hey,
We're
listen,
shutting-
real quick.
Okay.
We're going to check for
Carol said
diabetes.
hand out ramen
Alrighty
noodles
then.
as well.
What's that now?
Carol said hand out ramen noodles as well.
Ooh, or you know
Oh,
what?
no, I love ramen noodles.
No,
We could get case of those.
Real
cases
quick,
of those.
what were those candies that are like wafers? They're like wafers.
Vanilla
The
wafers.
Necco wafers.
Not
No,
Nutter Butters.
not the
Not
actual.
those.
These are almost like they're like.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm talking
yeah,
about?
I know
They're-
exactly what you're talking about. They come in different flavors.
Ones with the
they're-
little beads in them.
No. They're just like little, almost like they look like little or not pancakes, but waffle looking things. But they're like real light. And
I don't know.
They're just like about this. They look like little waffle kind of candies. Oh, I
Oh,
hate
they're
them.
bigger than because the Necco wafers are
No,
exactly what
the
you're
wafers
talking
look
about,
like
but they're-
communion chips.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
I'm not talking about
yeah,
those.
communion chips. Exactly.
I'm not
Perfect
talking. I'm
example.
talking about the rectangles.
Line up,
The
boys.
rectangles, and they're almost like a fruity or they're just like a real light kind of.
Yeah, I know
You're talking about the Nutter Butter wafers.
I have no idea what you're
I
talking
don't
about.
know.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
like
I'm
Nutter
talking about?
Butter,
Oh, I
so-
do too.
They're like they're
like
real
Nutter
light,
Butter,
but
Look
they're
like
real.
peanuts. Nutter Butters look like peanuts.
Yes.
Kind of shaped like
But
peanuts.
yeah, but they have the
No.
wafers that are what I mean?
Yeah, those are the kind that.
Yeah.
I
That
think-
might be
yeah,
what I'm thinking
that's
of.
what you're thinking.
Oh
I
man,
think it's
that's-
what you
Those are
are.
relatively new. You're thinking about an old candy.
What is it?
I think
thinking
you're
like
thinking
sponge
of.
candy.
Are you thinking of a
Sponge
cookie
candy?
like sugar wafers?
Yeah,
Like they're $1 in a pack and they're little triangle, like rectangle.
rectangles.
I mean.
yeah, that's what.
Oh
I think
yeah,
You
the
can
sugar
get them in
wafers.
strawberry. Or
Yeah, strawberry
Yeah,
chocolate.
yeah.
that's
They're
the,
like triangle
Yeah,
rectangles.
sugar wafers.
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
are the
that's what
sugar
I'm
wafers,
thinking
and I
of.
can eat the shit out of
You
those.
They're
They're like triangle rectangles.
They're $1.
They're so good.
They're
circle
$1
squares.
for a pack.
They're
yeah.
circle
The circle squares.
The circle squares. You know.
$5. I do have diabetes right there, boys.
We can even pass
Sure, they're
out.
not square triangles.
What are those little things? What are those things that taste like bananas?
Rectangles.
They're
is what I
circle
was
squares.
trying to think of.
No, I know what you mean.
What are them little banana things? Or vanilla wafers? Vanilla wafers?
I love
Vanilla wafers.
Vanilla wafers.
Vanilla wafers.
Yeah,
vanilla wafers. They go with
Isn't there another
banana
name?
pudding.
Isn't there another name for those?
Are they round or triangle?
They're round.
Because everybody wants to make fun of
Vanilla
me.
wafers.
Yeah, vanilla wafers.
Yeah, vanilla wafers.
They used to say vanilla wafers.
They're Nilla. Nabisco's are Nilla.
Yeah, Nabisco is
Nilla,
Nilla
okay.
wafer.
They actually have a cereal now like that. It's called Nilla Wafer cereal. It tastes like banana with marshmallows.
Speaking of that, did you see that? And then we're going to shut it down. Did you see that big wreck on 79 with that cereal truck? And man, listen, it threw cereal all over the place up there.
No, but what kind of cereal was it?
I'm not sure what kind of cereal it was, but they believe it was the work of a serial killer.
I knew it. You could see by his face that there was a punchline.
There's a kid on my route, and they brought their Halloween costume out to show it to me. It was like a jumpsuit, right? But you know how you buy the little boxes of cereal at the store or whatever? It's glued all over with little plastic knives stuck in it. They were He was a serial killer.
I like it.
Well, I'm not
That's pretty original.
I think I'm going to move away from that dude by the time he gets to be about 20. If all the cats come up missing, look out.
Everybody can come out here trick or treating except for that boy.
Yeah.
He
Speaking
was
of cereal, I do the same thing with cereal that you do with your candy. Like if I'm eating like Lucky Charms or something, I'll wait and I'll save a few marshmallows for the very last
Oh, I do
bite.
that. Yeah. But I'm not like, oh, there's 6 of them. Let's put them over here. I don't do that. It's like I need 3 rainbows and a unicorn.
I mean, sometimes
Hey, boy,
I do.
At that point, you only need a star, and you win the whole game.
I'm okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
Well, talking about the Chad being an OCD, I was thinking, what if what the Chad would do when he eat the Lucky Charm cereal? All the colors, he has to separate them.
Oh, it'd be
awesome. No, I ain't that bad with my cereal. It's just like the small packets of candy,
Skittles,
like Skittles and M&Ms and all that. Anything that's I'm screwed when it comes to that shit.
Anything that's small. Is that what you're saying, Chad?
Yeah, I separate anything that's small.
So we're talking.
This is somebody
Melts
was talking.
in your mouth.
This is somebody. This is somebody talking about a rectum angle here a little bit ago about when we started talking.
Rectum angle.
So I got triangle and rectangle confused. I mean, am I going to have to live through this my whole
Hey,
life?
listen. You know what? But you know what? You got sunset and sunrise confused too. So what's the difference?
Jeez,
I could think like
Louise.
circles.
At least you're
and
consistent.
Squares are close. They just don't have edges.
Why
I
do
get
you
it.
I don't even know why I keep coming back to this shit.
Depends on what kind. Hey, Michelle, start talking. Start talking.
No.
No, oh, no, you're off. I'm just kidding.
You better be.
That's too funny. All right, we're going to shut her down.
Girl.
So remember all that stuff. Thanks for listening. Go ahead and like and share and do all of that junk. From Monongah, we have Chapu Puccio. Back we have D-Mac. Nice to see you again. We have Miss Woodchopper herself over there from Webster Springs, Webster County. We have Michelle Rogan over there back in the director's seat, just back from Idaho at a goat show.
Idaho, the goat show.
Idaho gun show. Goat show.
Goat show. Got a little choked
show.
up there. We have D, Darren Hardman over there, and we have straight from Tokyo, Japan, right outside anyway, Bruce Takahashi. Everybody good with the typhoon and everything, Brucey? Everything
They're
good?
all good.
Okay, fantastic.
Good.
Straight from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, we have Jimmy Whiz in his
Whiz in his
pants.
pants.
And we have straight from Toledo, Ohio, over there at Cabaret's Gabriel Cabaret or whatever it was. The guy.
Gabriel's.
The guy.
Gabriel's.
And then see how everything comes all full circle back to the game.
Speaking of Braille, it does, doesn't it?
Right to the
Speaking of
game.
Braille, real quick.
Okay.
I'm going to shut it down after this. By the way, this is Todd Captain Earl.
Fudge packer.
This is Todd Captain Earl Beck. Have you ever went up to an ATM and wondered why there is Braille on the machine?
It's for blind people.
No shit. How'd they get there? I was like, what do they do? If they can drive there, why do they need Braille?
True story. That's a good question.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
He was like, I'm almost afraid. Now I know why car insurance are so high.
Now, let me ask you this. You and I and Doug went on a road trip for the post office. We had to take care of some stuff.
Yeah.
Doug sit in the back seat.
Yeah. Well, that's because we wanted them to, so we could take advantage of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we went on lunch, and we stopped by McDonald's because that's where he wanted to eat. What did you do?
Well, I pulled up behind so he could use that. But is that something? But
could be done the same way.
It could be done the same way. But there's also a headphone jack too, if you ever notice.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of wondering, there must have been some kind of a law. There must be some kind of an access
ADA
law. Probably so.
It's more like a not totally blind or just like impaired people.
Yeah.
Just to be supportive about it.
Probably.
I want to go take my headphones and hook it up just to see what it says.
It will say this: "Welcome to BB&T."
That's your homework for the next show.
Checking or savings.
Fair enough.
And hopefully,
you know what? I'll do that. I'll go ahead and take my headphones.
Just see what it does.
just to see what it says, or we can plug it into the recorder and see what it says. But that would be neat.
Record it for next time I play.
Yeah, that would be kind of neat.
Make sure you record your PIN number and
because hopefully it'll tell you that. Because if not, how would you know? You know, sometimes if you hit the buttons too fast, and you know, like in my case, I'll put like $20,000 and it pops up $2 million. I'm like, whoa, I gotta take some zeros.
I don't
want to
take that much.
Tim Southern said the American Disability Act.
Is that where it started? Okay, thanks, Tim.
ADA.
Yeah, that's what your first instinct was there. But I often kind of wondered that. So it was like it's a blanket kind of thing. Okay. Right. Very good. Yeah. Very good. Fantastic. Okay, so anyway, until we see next, we're back on Wintertime Hours, so we're going to be back here every Sunday. So until next week, if you're not at the Lincoln game, you'll see the video and stuff like that, and then Halloween night. So anyway, on behalf of all of us, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening and watching. You have been enjoying Rogan Radio.
See you later.